Hi everyone, welcome to Homeschool Autism Life. My name is Jamie. This week's video is a continuation of my open collaboration with Jessica from the Waldock Way and Abby from Rooted and Rest. And this month's Homeschool Show and Tell, we're talking about some of our favorite books. And so I kind of ran around my house real quickly to try and find the ones that we're really enjoying, really loving, and for different reasons. So the main one that I'm going to talk about today, and then I'll just go with lightly on what my girls are liking, is talking about my son's favorite books. And my son is a 12-year-old autistic boy, and he is not a huge fan of learning, and I would describe him as a very reluctant learner, and reading books can be very similar to him because he's such a jumping up and down, running type of boy, and his focus can be very short, very long, but very short on the things that he's interested in. So the first thing that I wanted to share with you for books for my autistic son is the ones that I am having him read for more academic purposes. So not that long ago, and I'll leave a link down below, he started watching a video on YouTube called Green Eggs and Ham, and it was cartoon type reading book that really helped solidify the words and how they're spoken into his mind. And so then when I picked up the book, which as you can see has been through a lot, that he could find, or he found confidence in the fact that he could read it out loud. Now, for a mom who has a child who's not conversational. So Darrion has never lost all of his verbal skills, but he lost his conversational skills. And the way he uses sentences and stuff like that, he likes saying it in the most economic way possible. A two-word sentence will do. You know what I mean. That's what I do. This one is teaching him to verbalize words like the, verbalize words like like all the connecting words that don't really have, like, this is a book. Darrion can say book. The issue is may I read a book, or can you pass me the book? All of those connecting words that don't actually have an article that you can hold and understand, he is saying while reading this book. And so, yeah, it's been a lot of fun to hear him say the sentences because they have meaning to him and he enjoys it. So launching from this one, I started having him read these two. And Dr. Seuss is really great at repeating words that you know, so that there's a certain level of confidence that is built when you do this, and then building on it by adding new things or changing some of the connecting words. And it's not as daunting, say, as something like this that has lots of paragraphs and lots of writing. This is more, yeah, straightforward and simple, but also helps him make that leap to the next one. And so what I do usually is I just read a couple of pages with him. I have him say the words after me, and then the next time I'll do the next couple pages, go through the first couple ones we did. Usually if there's a little bit of trouble, he usually can pick it up, and then I read the next set for him so that there's a little bit of understanding. It's not completely new territory for him. So when it comes to the things that I have in his room for his interest's sake, if he wants to look at a book, I pick things that he is really interested in. So finding videos that he likes. So Darrion likes watching little clips and videos of the Titanic recreations, and he will watch them over and over and over again. And so for my husband and I, what we did was we bought him a whole bunch of Titanic books. Now, do we read them to him? No, it's not something that he particularly enjoys. He has to be in the right mood for us to read a story about the Titanic, but he really enjoys the pictures. He likes looking at the things that he recognizes from the things that he watches on YouTube and then transfers those skills over. And this one has a giant, get out of the frame, Jamie. Yeah, so for him, it's a more visual thing than a reading thing, but I think eventually it could become that. So we got I Survived the Sinking of, the Sinking of the Titanic, 1912, and then one of these What Was stories. And so again, it's just like the visual pictures that he enjoys, so that we get a bunch of those. And then this is one of those things where we went walking one day, and actually, you know what, I'll put a link down to the drowned rat video, because he often asks to go look at the train tracks that are just outside of town, and it is a very long walk. And so he's talking about that, and so we started getting him just a book about trains. There's lots and lots of pictures, lots for him to look at. It's very visual, and so he can look at that. And then I got this one that also talks about trains and whatever. And like I said, it's not so much about the reading, it's just having those resources around when the desire hits or when he wants to look at the pictures. Very cool. So the last one when it comes to academics was this one. I would recommend this for anyone who's studying South America, anyone who's studying North America, even Europe to a lesser extent, because that's where this gentleman was from. But I wanted to share this book because we just finished with South America Gather Round Homeschool Unit, and it linked so beautifully with some of the countries that we were studying. But also I just love the illustrated by Claudia Lieb. And it's just, the pictures in here are just stunning and beautiful and a lot of fun. And of course I'm not like getting, oh. Yeah, we stopped partway through because we're not into North America yet. And so that's when we'll finish reading this. But I thought it was such a beautiful, beautiful book. And adorable, and it's a great way to discuss the traveling. Pardon? Be adorable. So it's just a wonderful book that I really enjoy. Wonderable. Mommy cannot use those adjectives. Anyway, so for fun reading for my girls, I have them doing whatever is most interesting to them. And so for my daughter, who's a ferocious reader, who reads everything in sight, she's been really loving these I Survived books, so I got a whole case of them. And she's been really enjoying and just going through these like nobody's business. And then we picked up these, and we have been buying every book in the series since we got her this set. And so it's another one of those things where it's called The Wings of Fire, talking about dragons, and my girls absolutely love them. And they're just, yeah, they just eat them up. And so for my daughter who had difficulty with her eyes, I will leave a link down below to her eye therapy story if you haven't seen it in the last couple of videos that I've shared. But she struggled to read and do math and school and stuff like that. And so eye therapy has been a big help, but it really hit her confidence, and really the desire to read is not there. Where my, daughter who's 11, she is a ferocious reader. She learned to read pretty much by herself, and there wasn't a lot of need for us. With with my youngest daughter, it was a struggle. And so what we found is she likes the the Wings of Fire series, but we bought her these. So these ones work so much better for her because they are incredibly visual, but they are a comic book version, and she loves these. And I get so excited when I see her just reading for fun and being excited because she's laughing and getting the jokes and stuff like that. So I'm really excited about this version, and I think we got these just at Costco, but you could probably find them in Amazon or any other but yeah, if you have a kiddo that's struggling to read, the comic book type, there's a word that graphic novel. There we go. That's the word. They're a really great way to link once they're starting to be able to read, to get them to really enjoy it and find joy in it instead of it being such a struggle and something that they fight to do. If you can find something in a graphic novel, that will help link them, because I'm sure eventually Inara is going to be done with these, and then you can transition your child from the graphic novel to the novel style. And it's one of those things where they talk about it. Okay, what's the difference? Because my daughter, who reads everything, read these as well. And it was really interesting to hear them discuss the differences in this, so that one day when Sienna feels confident, she can take Inara's books and just fly with them, because there's a lot more information that she's missed from that. So I hope this has been a help. I hope you found some ideas for your kiddos. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Thanks to Abby and Jessica. I will link the playlist down below for all of you who want to take advantage of all of the other moms sharing about the books that they're loving. Thank you so much for taking time to watch my episode. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.